Hi there everyone, Laurel Beard here. Thanks so much for joining me today on my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be doing some partial die cutting for beginners. And I'm going to be making this card in the video today using the Faithful Fluttering stamp set from Catherine Pooler. She has just released a coordinating die to go along with this stamp set, which was released previously. So I thought I would show you how you can do some very simple partial die cutting using the die. But first we've got to ink up the butterflies, which is a layering stamp set. It's a 3-step layering process here. And I'm just going in and adding just random Catherine Pooler ink colors that I thought would look nice together right over the top. So here is the second layer here. These butterflies are so easy to line up, which is why I love them. I am layering stamp set terrified, so I only go for the ones that are very easy to line up, which these are. I am using my MISTI here. You don't have to, because these etched stamps are so easy to line up, you really don't have to. But since I was stamping 2 butterflies at once, I thought using the MISTI would be easiest. Now this is the Perfect Vine stencil from Catherine Pooler and some Meant to Be ink. And I'm taking a little color box blending tool here and just lightly applying the ink through the stencil just to kind of bring in that design, which is hard to see right now, but you'll be able to see it in the close-up photo in a moment. Now here's where the partial die cutting comes in. I had to get my old school Cuttlebug so I could film with it because I used the Gemini Junior. Very hard to move to my desk. So I've got my cutting plates set right there in the middle of the butterfly. I don't have my cutting plates set over the top. So anything to the left of the cutting plates is going to cut. So you see that line there? So anything to the left is going to cut. Anything to the right is not going to cut. So wherever my cutting plates end is where the cutting is going to end. And then when you're done, you get this little partial die cutting look here. So I'm going to peel back that. I'm using the purple tape there. And then I've got these partial die cutting, partial die cutted butterflies. They're hanging out. You can leave the card as is and just have, you know, half the wings poking up, but I wanted to create kind of like an edge here. So I'm using my craft knife and a T-square ruler to kind of cut this very carefully. You can also use a paper trimmer if you want. And then I'm going to cut off that, and then I'll have this cute little border here. You'll see what I mean. And if you don't cut through right, you know, very easily, you can grab those scissors there and finish it off. So now I've got this little border here, and I've got a yellow card base here. I'm going to tie everything together, and I just love how those butterfly wings are just hanging off the edge there. I think that's so pretty. I wanted to tie in that stencil again because it was a little bit boring, that yellow black ground. So I'm going in with the same ink and the same stencil and adding some more of that design there, and then I think that's really pretty. It ties everything together. I needed a little border strip between the butterfly panel and the card base, so I used some Seafoam ink and created my own. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere first the butterfly panel down onto my card base, and then I'm going to put some glue on the back of that strip and just shove it under there. And I think that provided a nice little barrier there. Now I did stamp the hello there or hi there, and I didn't like it. So I went ahead and stamped it again on some gray cardstock, and I white heat embossed it, and then I'm going to adhere that down right over the top. This is a great way to cover up any mistakes that you have on your cards. You can put, if they're small mistakes, you can put sequins or something like that. But for this, I'm just going to cover that right up with a sentiment strip. And yeah, nobody will ever know. I'm going to go in with my Wink of Stella, or this is the Nuvo glitter pen, I'm sorry, and just add a little bit of shimmer to the butterflies on that third layer here, and this card is done. Partial die cutting at its easiest. Right? Right? I know. So thanks so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful to you, and I will see you next time.